Hi, thanks for joining me. Are you being squeezed out of the relationship with your partner in a step family? Do you find your partner has a kind of chummy, equal, friendly relationship with their children, so much so that the children feel as though they've got rights equal to yours in the relationship? Hi, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell and I'll let you know every time I post. Do you find you're always taking the back seat in the relationship between your partner and their child, your stepchild? So, classic examples are you find yourself sitting in the back of the car, that you're never sitting next to them or directly opposite them in a restaurant, or you're forever your time with your partner is being interrupted by interruptions, phone calls, text messages from your stepchild that seems to come between you and your relationship. This kind of situation can slide up on you without you even realising it's going to happen, because prior to your commitment to your partner, the chances are that your partner kept their relationship with their child or children to sort of manageable levels. But then somehow or other, when you either marry or move in, then suddenly the child manages to sort of come up to become an equal with you in the relationship. This kind of problem is really difficult in a step family, because what often happens is the step parent, because they're a child, steps back thinking that the child needs that time with their parent or whatever. But it can get worse and the situation can go on and on and on, and you don't see it ever coming to an end. And it's come about because the parent has allowed it. If a parent parentifies a child, if a parent brings a child up to be on a level with them in the relationship, the child can start referring to their parent as my best friend. You know, my mum is my best friend. Or my dad is my best friend. But it's not very healthy. It's said in therapeutic world that that as a parent, you are a parent, you are always the parent, and you are therefore always different from somebody who is their friend. That's tricky because there are lots of examples where mother-daughters have very close bonds, father-daughters, these kinds of things, and sons, but in actual fact, there are times when parents need and should take a hand in a way that would be different from a friend. When the child is out of order, when they need to learn something, there are jobs that a parent has to do that a friend doesn't have to do. So what happens is that the child can become an equal and feel as though they've got rights and feel as though they can come into your relationship and make it a threesome. And this is a very difficult thing to be able to cope with if you are in the step-parent role. But it is worth having a go, because it's not that healthy for the parent to have an equal friendship type relationship with their child. The child, for example, isn't as mature as their parent. They've still got lots of things to learn in their life. Even if the child is in their 20s or early 30s, they're still a generation below their parents. And The outcome of a child that's been made a friend of their parent are things like they come across as very entitled, arrogant, unempathetic, difficult. They often don't have very good decision-making skills. They're not very independent because they always defer to their parent for any decision. So that probably makes a difference to how well they're able to perform in a job or at work. And they can't make decisions for them, very important decisions for themselves in their lives going forward. So it is important to try and resolve this, to bring back the parental layer and then the child layer. However, it does depend on the parent of the child understanding what a negative impact they are having on their own child. Because otherwise, you can be frozen out of the relationship and the parent can say, actually, I really value my friendship with my child and you're not going to come between me and them. But that is a negative. It's not right and it's not helpful for the child. So as the step parent in this, try and see if you can't find examples of where it has had a negative impact on the child and the parent. And see if you can't become more boundaried. So talk to your partner about how you would like to ring fence some of the relationship completely for you and them. So things like scheduling time in the diary on a regular basis to have uninterrupted time with your partner, having rules around who should sit in the front of the car and these kinds of things that can be little things that can be all wrong and yet the child can think they've got absolute right to do it. It's kind of an exercise, it's a long exercise in kind of attrition really, looking at what's bothering you and then working out how to solve the problem with your partner, because the problem you have is with your partner's parenting style and not the child. If your partner changes their parenting style, the child, you will not have any more problems with the child and the child will learn independence and grow on up. We run workshops, sessions, an email response service. Do find the links to the website and social media in the description box below.